Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Curtis JK, and I'm here with my friend Duck Stroyer.
Hello, hello.
And today we're going to be doing a submission video for Bingothon 2019. This is Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. We're going to be playing Lockout Bingo, 1v1s. Normally we would be doing 2v2s, but not enough people are around to play. And so what this means is that the winner of this round of bingo is whoever gets the majority of the objectives on the board first, but two people can't get the same objective. Once one person gets it, it's locked out from the other person. And so the in-game rules that we're going to be using is we're going to be starting from a fresh save file, and we're only allowed to use two of the game's in-game codes, which are the ones that give us the power-ups, the Bubble Bowl and the Cruise Bubble, so we can skip the two big boring boss fights. Alright, I think you ready to go, Duck?
Yep, I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go.
And the reason why we allow the Bubble Bowl and the Cruise Bubble is there's an exploit that you'll probably be seeing right away from both of us called the Cruise Boost, which,
It's almost too pretty to break.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's all good. So basically, if you're unfamiliar with this game, cruise boosting is just, put in simple terms, it's a speed boosting exploit because it allows you to capture speed that you're moving at and store it. And it can basically up to doubles your movement speed at an RTA level. So that's used a lot in categories where you start out with the power-ups. Whereas in categories where you're not allowed to use cheats, you basically just play the game and just have to unlock the power-ups from beating the bosses. Alright, so if the trick I'm doing right away here is of any indication, this is a pretty open world game. Like, the areas in the hub world here don't really have any restriction on when you can go to them because of the brokenness of this game, which makes it great for bingos, in my opinion. However, most of the levels, except for Jellyfish Fields, Mermalair, and SpongeBob's Dream, have spatula restrictions. So, like, if we were doing bingos by ourselves, a lot of us like to start off the game spawning in spatulas using cheat codes, similar to how we spawned in the powers. But for this, the rule set that we're going to be pushing for this Bingothon, we're going to not be doing that. We're going to be starting with 0 spatulas, which in one way makes the routing a lot more interesting, but also sort of adds an element to that, like, the spatulas in those areas where you don't need spatulas to get into them are going to be really fast, and people oftentimes can just race straight for those objectives. But if you see with this board, it's kind of set up in a way so that we kind of have to go to a lot of these later areas to complete them. Like, we can't just rush the first couple of areas to get them done.
yeah.
Yeah, my TV's audio is playing through Discord. The duck can hear where I am. But that's alright.
Oh, I didn't see the conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, this game is great for bingo because, as Chris was saying, it's so extremely open world. We have the in-game codes, so it allows for many different styles of bingo.
Yeah,
It
there's...
can be really interesting. So sometimes we'll allow people to cheat in unlimited amounts of spatulas. Sometimes we'll allow people to cheat in shiny objects if you want to. And it just allows the game to be played in a matter of 20 minutes or a matter of an hour. And so we're going for a little bit of a longer one, just to showcase a little bit more of the game in this case.
Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with sort of what we mean by like spatulas and shiny objects and all that, basically I mentioned a little bit earlier that shiny objects, or not shiny, I mentioned that spatulas are used to get into different areas of the game. Like if you saw any of the taxi pads in the first couple areas I was in, stuff like Rock Bottom takes 25 to get into, Sand Mountain takes 30, Dutchman's Graveyard takes 60, and the final boss takes 75. So like if you were playing an any percent run, it would take 75 spatulas to access the final boss. And then shiny objects are basically like this game's like little sub-currency. Like they're used in a lot of different spots to pay stuff like toll gates to access new spatulas and new objectives. And they can also be traded to crabs directly for golden spatulas. And then if you've seen any of these socks in any of these areas, basically the socks can be traded to Patrick for 1 golden spatula per 10 socks. So as you see from the bingo board, me and Duck kind of took different directions in how we approached this bingo board.
Yeah, it looks like, so I decided to go for Murmler, which is one of the no restriction areas for spatulas, and he decided to go for, it looks like he's going to be going for Dream, I'd assume.
Yeah.
He got Clutching Crab. I think both were pretty okay for this board. I think the Dream one might have been slightly better now that I think about it. I didn't see that there was any switch. I thought the Murmler was the best thing to do in this case.
Yeah, as you're seeing on my gameplay, unfortunately you can't see Ducks because it's not really feasible for us at this moment to include both our screens because I'm the one recording it. But yeah, if you saw on my screen like me skipping over stuff like Patrick's Dream just because it's not required, like the openness that you have in bingo is just great for something like this.
You can always come back and get it later if you need spatulas. And especially because he has the load, it prevents me if there was an objective.
I didn't notice that it was just the grill sock and not Krabby Patty platforms, but whatever, we can get the spatula anyway.
I mean, they win.
So yeah, if you're kind of new to watching speedruns of this game, or if you've never seen one, if you're kind of confused about the names of any of these areas or anything like that, As you can see, like the main worlds in this game, like SpongeBob's Dream or like downtown Bikini Bottom, they're kind of like separated into little sub areas by us, and also by the game, but you wouldn't really know that unless you've like dug into the code of the game. So, I don't know, it might be a little confusing just kind of looking at the card, like what objectives the card means. Like Jellyfish Lake, All Socks, like where specifically is that talking about? But I don't know, I feel like even if you don't necessarily know what it's talking about, it's still enjoyable from a viewer perspective, in my opinion. I'm gonna go next. I'm having to like stop and think about where I'm going in the eventual time.
We might be going to the same area. Oh, you didn't get swingers? Why?
Because it costs shinies, dude. Yeah, no.
And the trick I'm referring to there is a bumper boost jump. Mostly pass only. It's a 1 frame after you respawn.
Yeah. It's not easy. I got hit by a fodder and lost my cruise boost, and I'm really happy about that.
I'm going to the wrong sock.
Oh, you're in downtown. Duck, I'm going into Geode Clip again. Let's hope I don't miss it like 3 times, like I did last time. Yeah. And the little, like, practice video we tried, yeah, I missed the trick upcoming, like, a lot. Alright, I got it.
lot of the objectives for socks become more appealing. And Patrick socks.
Yeah. So like, the fact that there's like 3 different objectives for spatulas from Patrick on this board means that like we don't have to necessarily get all 3 of them at once. Like if Duck had 10 socks right now, he could go back and
Like I just did.
get that. Oh. Yeah, like that. Or like if at the very end of the game I have 30 socks and Duck hasn't collected 30 socks up to that point, I could go back and take that objective. So one thing that I personally really like about bingo is that to be good at bingo, it takes like a different kind of skill than being good at like any percent or like just 100%. It takes a lot of game knowledge, and it takes a lot of practice with all these tricks, and it also takes some knowledge of like backup strats and like strats that skip certain objectives and stuff like that to be good at bingo as well. Like you can't just...
Requires you to understand the ropes of the game as well. Like I got the sock and the C needle, but I didn't complete the objective for the C needle because I knew that I wanted to go get the sock. I wanted to go get the spatula from Patrick, so then I could just go warp straight back to the C needle and complete the objective then.
Yeah, it's little routing differences like that. Like Duck knew that he could do that because he knew that I wasn't gonna go in downtown, because he knew that I knew that he knew that he was already in downtown, so I wasn't going to go into downtown. That was a long-winded explanation, but it was all, yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
Good riddance.
Classic.
Yeah, dude. The geode clip. It was like 2. I mean, it's still a decent amount. It's been a while since I've done this. I haven't played 100% in a while.
Yeah. Nice.
That G-Love almost killed me. I would have been a little upset if that G-Love killed me. super fast menuing. That's one of the things I really like about this game.
The menu, and you can use both control sticks. In theory, with task level, you can menu at lightning speed.
Yeah, you can menu basically as fast as you can press buttons in this game. Which is really cool.
I am missing one wheel.
You didn't do extreme bungee, did you? Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
It's on the board.
Oh, I heard earlier you skipped it. You must have gone back.
Yeah, I went back right away.
I was gonna say, like, you might have missed one in there, but if you did extreme bungee, you didn't miss one. It's a really cool trick that I just did that I can't talk about because you don't know where I am.
Can't talk about. Now reaching the point in the game where we sort of need to go for, kind of scrape the bottom of the barrel and get as much spatulas out as we can so we can work up to 25 to get to rock bottom.
How did you know I was going for rock bottom, Duck? Maybe. That's not good. Oh, I didn't even see that. I fell off on tower climb twice.
There's one extremely important thing in Goo Lagoon, and it's the fact that Goo Lagoon has an excellent place to grind for shiny objects. The fastest one in the game that is viable for this tournament. There is one called SBA, which probably is too slow.
Yeah, in CBC it's too slow. I'm taking tower climb the slow way because I fell off like 4 times.
Yeah, I just could not get it last time.
That really sucks that you got connected towers from me.
Yeah, I figured that I should probably get the fast objective first.
See, I was considering going back and doing it, but like, I didn't have a warp and pier yet. I didn't want to.
I would argue that Goo Lagoon is the most important objective place for bingo, and the fact that there are 3 objectives in Goo Lagoon all by itself is quite important for both of us as players because of the grinding aspect that it has.
Yeah, as you're about to see on my screen right now. Even though you can't see Duck's screen, so that's kind of redundant. So yeah, this is the fast grinding spot. But it's really only fast if like you're already in Gulagoon. Like if you need to go out of the way to get here, then it's not really all that fast.
When we do this live, as we said that we were going to be doing a 2v2, we will also be having a commentary with it. I'll actually be on commentary along with 3 other people that are willing to do it. We're hoping to have at least 2 of us each at the time. Time up.
Yeah, and as it stands right now, the 4 runners that we have who are going to be competing are going to be me and Cullen Wino on a team, and then Univa and Pixelated Chaos on a team. So that's going to be really interesting, in my opinion.
We decided to pick people that are closest together in skill level and category levels.
Yeah. And also people that have played bingo in the past and are pretty familiar with this kind of play style. I hope that's enough shinies. Should be enough shinies. Why can't I get kids this good in my runs?
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those that I either get a try or I get never.
I got the checkpoint too, so now I'm gonna lose a little bit more time. Oh, you got the 2 spats from Patrick.
Yep. Now what do I do?
You might still have to get spatulas in Gulagoon to get into other areas.
Starting by getting the warp spatulas. So in this game, there's 3 different areas. There's the houses. Then there's Shady Shoals, and then there's the Chum Bucket area. Respectively, are blocked off by the bosses that we mentioned earlier that you can power up from. And those warps are extremely valuable in bingo because they allow you to access the point of the game whenever you want it. Because if you don't have those, then you kind of just have to hope. And that's why Shady Shoals was such a good objective for Curtis to get, because it allowed him to unlock the warp itself while getting an objective, which is
In my mind, Rock Bottom needed 30 spatulas to get into. I forgot it was 25.
Wait, do you have 25?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Why? How many do you have?
I only have 22.
Ah.
I'm gonna do stuff now, so...
Yeah, I went back and did Squid's Dream because I'm like, I need to get to 30, but I didn't actually have to get to 30.
Oh, you're already at 32? Yeah.
No, I'm not at 30. I'm at 27. But I was like, I'm gonna need to do more stuff to get to 30, but I actually don't. Not to get into rock bottom, at least. This cruise boost is kind of slow.
The nice part about rock bottom is the entire level is a circle, so it'll be really difficult for everybody to take all of the objectives at once, because I can just try to guess where he's going, and if I guess correctly on where he's going, I can go in and take the objectives that he's not currently going for.
Yeah, because in rock bottom, there's like the half of it that has the trench of advanced darkness, and on this board there's an objective for all the socks there, and there's also, yeah, there's also the half of the level with rock bottom museum. So yeah, Duck's gonna have to, yeah, Duck's gonna have to guess which way I'm going. Little does he know, I'm gonna go both ways. Get everything. Yeah.
You've just hit the Spongebob.
Why can't I get museums this good in my actual runs? This museum was like perfect.
Yeah, you always get the best stuff.
This museum was actually perfect. I didn't miss a cruise boost, and I got like every trick.
And I opted for the correct option.
What did you get a trench?
Last sock in just a second.
So that means my grinding for the clam was useless. I guess
Well, I mean, you're still Sand Mountain, so it's
that's
not,
true. I mean, I have like 8,000 shinies. Some of those are gonna go to waste. I mean, I'm still gonna have to complete. Oh, I should probably mark off that objective. That'd be a smart idea. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to complete trench to get all the spatulas in rock bottom.
Oh, are you kidding me?
What happened?
I got bapped by the
Where?
in
Sand Mountain?
no on lasers.
Oh, you're doing lasers? I don't know why I went off the edge. I don't have the hand enabled. That was dumb. I think there's a backup though. I think I can just walk as Sandy. kind of dumb though. I made a little.
Do what you gotta do.
I mean, I could have just not fallen off the ledge. Like if I was smart, I would have done that.
That works too.
Like I did
Hindsight's
the.
always 20/20.
Yeah, there's like no category I run where you don't do that. So. Should I still get the sock? I guess it doesn't make much sense to get the sock.
I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of slow. I'm not doing it.
It's pretty slow and it really shiny out there, so.
I mean, shiny objects aren't really the problem here. Also, I'm one objective away.
Oh yeah, you are.
At that top of the lodge, baby.
Oh wait, top of the line. No. I lost. There's no way I can win this. Because I only have 29 spatulas, and you're gonna get there before me. And I have no fast enough spatulas that I can just cheese it from you. If I had been smart and I went for sneaky skip, I could have sniped it from you. But I didn't sneaky skip.
That's assuming I get it. And I'm missing it a couple times. Am I not lining it up correctly? Hold on. There we go. Alright.
Got it.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, that's a good game.
Yeah, that was a lot closer.
Yeah. It was a bit closer than our practice run. Oh, I should probably stop the timer, even though it's not really important.
Nats.
Doesn't matter too much.
Matters all.
Okay, so that was our submission video for Spongebob Battle for Bikini Bottom Lockout Bingo. I hope you enjoyed. So thank you to those at Bingothon 2019 for considering our game to be in your marathon. And yeah, I hope this becomes a thing. Thank you to Duck for playing against me.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll see you guys later.